morning, everybody. Welcome to the light and love that is Unity of Lawrence. I welcome you all here in the room. I welcome all those of you online out there with us. So when I left home today at like 8:40, it was warm. And I went inside and I had coffee with a friend and I came back out at 10:30 and I was like, oh, what has happened to the temperature like dropped 30 degrees, I think. Anyway, so I'm glad we're warm and cozy here together. Thank you for being here. In Unity, we begin everything with prayer. So let's take a centering breath and open to the divine in all of us as we pray. With full hearts and open minds, we gather today to accept the endless possibilities of peace on earth and peace in our hearts. We acknowledge the existence of pain and injustice in the world, but we also acknowledge limitless love and our limitless being. We welcome our divine inheritance as co-creators. We know that we are already standing in the light of love, of healing, and of transformation, and so it is. Amen. Our chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray with you. If there's anything at all to be held in your heart in prayer, please see Clint in the chaplain's office right here after today's service. Our chaplains will also pray for you during the week. You may place a purple prayer request slip in the wooden box outside the office, and you'll find those in your seat in front of you. All of your prayers will be kept confidential. We also invite you to join in a prayer circle immediately after the service at the front of the sanctuary for all who would like to participate in a group prayer for themselves and the world. You can still meet one-on-one with the chaplain in the office if you would like. So now let's stand together as you're able and join in song with Holly as we sing Living in the Heart of God.
Nothing is ever lost, we are not forgotten, we are living in the heart of God. Nothing is ever lost, we are not forgotten, we are living in the heart of God. We are living sailing through the velvet night, refreshing the soul to the spirit's delight, living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God. We are living, we are living, we are living in the heart of God.
All right, great job. Okay. Isn't it just a breath of fresh air to be together? All right, let's do our unity intentions now. So please affirm with me unity's founding principle together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good. And now our Unity of Lawrence vision statement together. United in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And our Unity of Lawrence mission statement together. We are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. And looky here, here comes not just our board president, but our morning songbird, Michelle Kirk, leading us in special music with Holly.
Holly Taylor, an amazing musical director. Well, we're going to start you off with a little introduction, and then you guys are going to know what to do. You guys are going to sing with us if you are so moved, okay?
There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know that love was at hand. But I say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you can let it go, let it all go. And this is what you can say: I release and I let go. I let the Spirit in my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Whew. All right, she'll be having a full concert Friday night. Oh, no, okay. Okay, no pressure, Michelle. No, that was great, you guys. Good job. Okay, so Rev Maggie Alderman is here today, and she is a Unity minister, writer, and speaker, passionate about helping people step into authentic, empowered, and inspired lives. As director of Silent Unity Prayer Ministry, she guides spiritual seekers through prayer, mentorship, and workshops, and her writings appear in Unity publications worldwide. With warmth, insight, and a gift for connecting metaphysical principles to everyday life, Reg Maggie invites audiences to reimagine what's possible and embrace their highest potential. I can't wait. I give you Maggie.
Woo! Good morning. This is such a good day. It's such a good day when I get to be with people that I love. And you all won my heart when I got to be with you in the fall. And so I love you. And you have courageous leaders and fabulous music. And I always love being kept on my toes when one of my instructors is here still scoring my talks. I just know it. There's something about us, though, isn't there? When I come, there is some funky weather. There is we had early, really, really cold in October, I think, or November when I was here. And today we watched the temperature drop 20 degrees from my driveway to yours. So we are in the evidence of a transition. And with that, I want to say welcome to the waiting room. Now, we all have experiences with waiting rooms, don't we? When I say waiting room, you probably do a mental eye roll and put yourself somewhere energetically in a doctor's office or the DMV or an airport. And they have a funky energy about them, don't they? The waiting room. You're no longer where you were. You've clearly had to take some measurable steps to get where you are, and you're not where you're going yet. And there's always something funky in the waiting room. There's outdated magazines, right? A mysterious clipboard and the occasional from those that are your fellow journeymen in the space. And it's like on cue with every door that opens, we all look up and wonder, is it my turn? The waiting room. A necessary place for us to move, though, and have our being, to get our needs met, and to fulfill our evolutionary destiny, right? We're all drawing breath. We're all on the right side of the dirt today. So if that is the truth, we are still growing. We are still evolving. And even in those places of standstill, of being less than in control, I think we can agree, and this is the impetus, the underlying theme for today's lesson, is some of the most transformational moments that contribute to our largest growth as spiritual and human beings happen in the waiting room. Would you agree? Yeah, like it or not, you want a driver's license? You're going to wait. You want to know what those films said? You're going to wait. You want to get from here to Hawaii? You're going to wait. And the question that we are invited to consider is, how will we conduct ourselves in the waiting when we think things should have gone a little bit smoother, a little bit faster? Boy, my efficiency mind kicks in. And I'm like, well, if they would only do this, this, and this, they could get 4 or 5 of us through this process a lot quicker. I know I'm not alone. I know you. Of course I do, because you brought your belly button and your heartbeat and your human experience with you today. So we happen to be about the midpoint through the Lenten season. Have you all been talking about Lent very much? All right. Yes. God, can we just get through it already? I've been influenced. So we're in the waiting room right now, and we just get the opportunity to hone in, to recognize that we are at the midpoint. We're not where we were, but we still have a long way to go before Jesus arrives on that donkey, before we get to be in the experience of our rebirth, our resurrection. So the Lenten season is a powerful time of transformation. It sits and acts kind of as a midwife between death, those things that are no longer serving us, those identities that we no longer identify with, relationships, jobs, habits, all of that is in the process of falling away, returning from whence it came. And this midwife is the season of 40 days to get us into a preparedness, a courageousness, an awareness that we are becoming. What are we becoming? That's the question in the waiting room. This is a season of in between. And it gets uncomfortable. And it gets messy, sticky. We get grouchy. We get impatient. And when we're impatient and we can't see the ending, our human tendencies all come to the surface, right? We get snappy. Our language may change. Our sleeping patterns get disrupted. We may be deprioritizing what we know is good for us because we are desperately seeking comfort. Desperately seeking comfort. That is our amygdala. That is our downstairs brain saying you have to survive and you have to feel good in the process of surviving. And our spiritual brain says, this doesn't feel good. And I am surviving. And I will move through this with intention, with deliberate concentration, application of my consciousness for that which I want to create so that I thrive. Do you want to thrive or survive? Thrive. Kinda. Over here, kinda thrive. You want to survive or do you want to thrive? Thrive! Yes, you do. So in the waiting room, in this Lenten season, we can be aware of some of the activity that we're going to be asked to do. First and foremost, we're going to be invited to seek that comfort not through the substance of material things, right? I get uncomfortable when I want to go shopping. I want something good to eat, right? Some of us might want to go to the bar or the casino, right? All of the things. We are cardinal beings. We have cardinal needs. We like to experience our bodies. But we're going to be invited to recognize our discomfort and not act on that. Now notice I'm not saying go give it up. Just not acting on it, to reach for prayer and meditation, to deepen that practice, to deepen our intimacy with our co-creative power with all that is, all that we know God to be. And we're going to be invited to look in the mirror at how we act in discomfort, not to shame ourselves, not to berate ourselves. Now, I can do this better than most. I get out of a public environment and you get into my brain and it's like, oh my God, why did I say that? Why did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. Why did I eat that third cookie? My Lord, Maggie, get it together. No, just recognizing that you might reach for a cookie when you're disoriented in the process of becoming. We're going to be invited to let go. Perfect song, Holly, Michelle. We're going to be invited to take an inventory and reconcile what we once were in the process of becoming what we are to be. So today I chose this beautiful outfit because it reminds me of a perfect example that is provided for us all in nature, the butterfly. I was gifted a print for World Day of Prayer that says the caterpillar never enters the garden. Because what the caterpillar does is what it's programmed to do. See if you might identify with this cycle of metamorphosis. The caterpillar, in a impetus provided by Source, creates a chrysalis, a cocoon, in just the right place, just the right conditions for the right amount of sunlight and moisture and dryness. You've all seen it. And in that chrysalis, it looks like nothing's happening, doesn't it? It looks like the most peaceful existence on earth at times, undisturbed, divine perfection. And yet, what we know from scientists is inside that cocoon, inside that chrysalis, the caterpillar is literally dissolving. It is turning into a living soup. And before it can take a new form, before it can stretch its wings, it has to just completely turn to nothingness. Nothing that we would recognize. This is our Lenten season, you guys. This is what we're in. So if you're feeling like, oh my God, who the hell am I? It's okay. Welcome to the waiting room. We don't know either. We're journeying with you. We are all in the soup right about now. In the book, Keep a True Lent, our founder, Charles Fillmore, says that through prayer and meditation, we cleanse the mind and body temple to open a new way for a fuller expression of Christ's life. Does that sound like we just lay down? Does prayer happen to us, or do we activate prayer? Do we recognize, I'm not feeling so great, I need to go to prayer instead of reach for that cookie? I need to calm my thoughts and order myself, so I'm going to sit still in meditation. I'm going to do the work to open my heart and open my mind for the divine download that will give me clarity and assurance and direction, and maybe, just maybe, a little clue to what it is that I am becoming in service to a time such as this. Now, when I'm talking about Lent, I'm not talking about I'm going to go off and I'm going to start a business, though that counts. Or maybe I'm teetering with the idea of retiring or going back to school or becoming a new parent. These are things that are in agreement with our soul's condition. In our soul's condition, friends, we can all recognize and agree that it feels really weird to be alive right now. Doesn't it? It's just weird. There is strange things, inexplicable things that make absolutely no sense. So while you're deciding those things that you want to do, those places that you want to visit, I'm inviting us to go deeper, to look from a cellular level of our soul's expression. How are we going to be in this very, very strange time? How are we going to man our internal so that we present as our highest and best selves in the external? Because I've never been challenged every day like I have been for the last few years. That's just me. Luckily, we're one. So what is true for me, whether the details apply to you or not, I can say with every assurance in the world that I'm not alone. None of us are blind or deaf or dumb. We can feel through our spiritual faculties that change is afoot. Consciousness is in the Lenten season. We are all in the chrysalis, the waiting room of transformation. And if we do it right, even halfway right, we will collectively create space for the Christ consciousness to express more fully, more generously, more lovingly, without judgment, critique, criticism, efficiency mind, telling someone else how to do their job better so that I feel good. Right? You with me? So what can we expect during this time of transformation? I've boiled it down to three things that we can all expect to occur in the waiting room. And the first one is that we are going to be in this process of undoing. We are releasing intentionally, bravely, and courageously, looking at old fears, looking at them. Not denying that they exist, but denying that they have the power to shape our future. Look at those fears and let them go. Old identities. Anybody the same age they were a year ago? Old identities, old titles, old expressions. And boy, in this strange new world we're in, we are also in a world that is aware that our identity matters. But how I identified last week may not be how I identify this week. And we have this gracious period to move into and decide who we are. A few short months ago, I didn't identify as someone who was going to be a grandma. And now I do. Because this little baby is coming at the end of June. And I can be in the fuss about it. I'm too young to be a grandma. I can't do this. I'm not ready for that. But the truth of the matter is my soul agreed. And so I get ready. And so the second thing that we get to expect in the waiting room is a discipline of our faith. Whatever that looks like for you, you might wander off into the bushes of negative thought. Bring it right back. What's presenting may look like chaos. Of course it does. Do you remember the part where we're turning into soup? We're all turning into soup. So it is chaotic. We come right back to prayer. We know that everything looks like it's going wrong, and we're not going to go with it. We're going to stay right here, a deeper discipline of faith. And finally, the third thing that we can expect to do, and do it over and over and 10 times more than you think you ought to, is be prepared. Because resurrection always follows transformation. I'll say it again. Resurrection follows transformation. So let's take that into the gospel, right? Jesus was crucified. He was prepared and put in a tomb. There was 3 days of transformation that no one saw, the chrysalis. He didn't just pop out and be like, I'm back, y'all. Right? He didn't even come back in that form. So we have this opportunity for the next several weeks to really organize ourselves. And what I mean by that is to make your lists for sure. Clean out the clutter and the junk that will create the space for new life to be experienced. But also, friends, rest. This is fall spring. It ain't time to come out yet. It's teasing us, but it's not time. So rest and eat well. And surround yourselves with the people that you don't even need to share details with about your transformation, because they don't care who and how you express. They love you exactly as you are, and they will love you tomorrow exactly as you are. And when you're the new resurrected self, they will love you exactly as you are. So this is a powerful time of deep discernment, evaluating who we draw into the chrysalis of becoming with us. let's take a breath. That's a lot. That's a lot for us, these little old beings floating on a giant marble in the middle of everything, to be going through in a very concentrated period of time, 40 days. But we are built for this. We are created for this. We can endure this. Every step is necessary, and the struggle is real. The struggle is real. I'm seeing it from Jay. The struggle is real. Right? We can say that together. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. Doesn't matter if this is your first Lent or your 81st Lent. Dr. Bruce getting ready to have a birthday. The struggle is real. So we can identify the temptation to bypass it. What do you think might happen if we bypass it? If we try to kid ourselves that we're just going to skip over this Lent and keep on going? Exactly have we been? We'll be invited to repeat it. We'll be invited to repeat it. And as much as that support that comes in the organization and the preparation stage is vital to our success, they can't do it for you. They can't do the work. They can't make you pray. They can't make you go into the development of faith. They can't create a discipline for you. Does that make sense? So there's a story of a man that came across the chrysalis out on his walk one day. And he saw the chrysalis because it was moving. And he came real close to get a real close-up look, and he saw there was just the tiniest little sliver. Clearly there was life trying to emerge from this chrysalis. And it was moving, and then it'd go still. And then it would move, and it'd go still. And move and go still, and finally it went still. And the man thought, oh my God, I have to help. This life needs help emerging. So he whipped out a pocket knife, and he carefully cut the chrysalis. And the butterfly emerged easily. But in the next breath, he realized something was very wrong. This butterfly was distorted in its proportion with a swollen belly and shriveled wings. So the very thing that he was trying to help the butterfly do in its own process that it is programmed to do was the very thing that kept it from taking flight, you see. Because it is the struggle that pushes the fluid from the abdomen of the butterfly into the wings so that they can unfurl. And the struggle strengthens the wings so that they can hold the weight of the butterfly when it takes flight. The very thing he was trying to help with ended up crippling that butterfly and robbing it from its fullest expression. So every step is necessary, and the struggle is real. So my friends, if you're finding yourself in the waiting room, which I think we all agree we are, let's resist together the temptation to rush on out. Let's adopt spiritual wisdom and mastery of self, sitting still, taking inventory, inviting the opportunity to pray and witness how this experience is contributing to my next expression. Sometimes I wonder if we would just be better off sitting still and allowing. Perhaps it is that in the waiting room, it's not an obstacle. Perhaps it is a time of preparation. And Lent reminds us that transformation is occurring in this most precious, most sacred space, even if it looks like nothing's happening from the outside. So if you find yourself in discomfort in the waiting room, irritated in the waiting room, wondering what's on the other side of that door and when's my number gonna get called, I assure you it's coming. Take heart in the promise was at the beginning of Jesus' story that he would be resurrected. And the things that Jesus could do, he said we can do, and even greater things. So when the chrysalis feels muddy or soupy, when the chrysalis feels quiet, I want you to remember that something extraordinary is already unfolding for you, as you, so that the Christ presence can be expressed through you at a time such as this. And when the moment comes, you may discover, friends, that you were never just waiting. You were in the process of becoming the wings, the very wings that would carry you into your resurrected life. This is the truth I know. This is the truth I live and experience with each of you. This is the truth I hold for you. And so it is.
So we invite you guys to take some deep breaths, sing as you like, or just go in deep. I lay it down, I set it free, let my heart rest, and let it be. I lay it down, I set it free, lay it down on the altar of love.
So I want to invite you all to take a few deep breaths with me and settle into this time of meditation. Relax into this space. Relax into the waiting room. I invite you to rest your outer eyes if that feels comfortable and safe. And allow for your body to become heavy. You're fully supported. You're fully supported on the chair that you rest upon, the earth that you stand upon, and this very place, the waiting room. Through the breath, we open our minds and our hearts to focus and to come into alignment with the still small voice, the presence, the power of God. We invite for our intrusive thoughts to wait. We invite our to-do list to wait. And we breathe into the expectation that we are being reorganized. We are being cleansed, prepared, healed, all in an effort to support our next new becoming. So we'll practice step 1. And we'll evaluate where we are in the experience of uncertainty, fear, doubt, discomfort. In this time of meditation, we will look it right in the face and honor it. Honor the expression, the experience, the people, the places, the learning, the things that have brought us to this now moment. Any tension, any fear, anything no longer serving us now gently falls away. You may acknowledge that by touching your hand to your heart. It was the love and expression bringing you to this place. It was your divine yes that contributed to the creation as you experience right now. Thank you. Thank you. And now I want to invite us to rest in the stillness and allow for Spirit to speak through each one of us. Words of comfort in the soup. Direction for what's next. Imagination for that which we say we will contribute to creating, not just for myself, but for the whole of humanity and consciousness. What is it that Spirit has to say in the silence? When I become still, Spirit inevitably whispers, yes. Yes to your expression. Yes to your divine ideas. Yes to your dreams. Yes for the unfolding. Yes, we affirm that God is in the midst of all of it. We affirm and know that we can come right back to this place of source for just a moment and at any moment for this comfort, assurance, and clarity. Knowing that we are prepared in heart and mind, we expect for the voice of Spirit to continue to flow through us unencumbered. We say yes to what is our appointment, our fulfillment, ours to do. The fact that we get to do it together, we are grateful. And so it is. Amen.
Lay it down, set it free. Let my heart rest, let it be. Lay it down, set
Thank you so much, Rev Maggie, for that beautiful message. Thank you for the lovely music, Holly and Michelle. We are so grateful. So now is our time of thanks. So I invite you to join me as we hold our gifts to this community in our hands and love in our hearts. Let's affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And now, as the love offering's being collected, let's sing with Holly, I Feel the Spirit.
I feel the Spirit moving in me. 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 I feel the love 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 moving in me. I feel the Spirit 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 moving in me.
And now we offer this prayer of gratitude. We are grateful as we bless the flow of good that supports our unity community. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth, returning again and again, and so it is. Amen. Okay, welcome to our guests today. We're so glad you joined us here. If you'd like more information about Unity of Lawrence or the Unity movement in general, there are welcome packets out in the foyer. Page turn. Okay. All right, for opportunities, there is still time to join the Unity of Lawrence Choir. Their next rehearsal is tomorrow night, Monday, March 16th from 7 to 8, right here, for the Easter Sunday celebration, which is on April 5th. So everyone is welcome. Please see Holly. There will be a spring equinox shamanic journey led by Marty Stemmerman on Saturday, March 21st at 3 o'clock. A love offering will be greatly received. Everyone is welcome to join us. Mark your calendars for a special screening of our own Jay Pryor's The Gender Reveal Party on Friday, March 27th at 7 p.m. right here. This powerful, funny, and deeply human solo performance will be a highlight of the week of Trans Day of Visibility. We will be joined by other Lawrence congregations celebrating our shared connections and vision for a peaceful and just world for all. You do not want to miss that. If you have not seen that, please come. The Sunday lunch bunch today will gather at China Star Buffet at 3050 Iowa Street following the service. I hope you will join everyone. And guess what? Guess who's coming next Sunday? She loves us so much. She's coming again next Sunday. So we're really excited to have her. We're going to try out some continuity, right? See what it's like to have, the same speaker a couple Sundays in a row. And her message next week will be, don't stop believing now. Are you going to sing the song, Don't Stop Believing, during the talk? Or will that be, we're all going to, so practice up, folks. Let's get it together so we're ready next Sunday. No, how exciting and wonderful. All right, let's rise together and sing the peace song.
this world.